Alright, what is up guys, JaretCampisi, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over the new MV Agusta Brutale 1000RR. If you've been following my Instagram, you'll know I've recently posted this bike and said it was in the running for one of my next personal bikes. We also went down to a Long Beach motorcycle show recently. And a big reason I went down there was to see this bike. Unfortunately, MV Agusta wasn't at the show, neither was KTM, so I didn't get to see these bikes in person, which I really wanted to do. It's kind of hard to justify spending 30 grand on a motorcycle if you don't see it in person. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about the new MV, all their hyper nakeds as they're calling them, and there's a lot of misinformation floating around about them. Kind of give you guys my thoughts, my feelings, and just have a good relaxing day. It's raining here in Southern California today. It's the day after Thanksgiving. It's a nice chill day. I got the newest member of the Campisi household, Oro, back here. It's actually named after one of the hyper nakeds from MV. So yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
Brutale 1000 is the bike.
It's a mean machine.
Controlled, aggressive emotion.
Brutale. There is no other word to describe it.
Alright, so the new MV Agusta Brutale 1000RR. I'm going to be looking down here at my computer as I'm talking to you guys and showing specs and everything like that on the screen. But basically, what is this bike? Well, MV took their F4 motor, which is an inline 4-cylinder, and they basically turned it into a hyper naked, as they're calling it. So this bike is actually based on a bike that they released last year. So in 2019 they released the MV Agusta Brutale 1000RR Serie Oro, which stands for Gold Series. That bike was a limited production bike. It was, I think, 300. It sold out immediately. It was, I think, $47,000. And I loved that bike, but it was a little bit out of my price range, and I was hoping that they might bring a production version, and that's what the Brutale 1000RR is. It's a production version of the Serie Oro, so it doesn't have carbon wheels, it doesn't have the SE Project titanium exhaust system, and it doesn't have some magnesium bits on the bike like the Serie Oro does, but everything else it carries over. So the engine, which is the important part, 208 horsepower, and with that exhaust system they put on the Serie Oro, 212 horsepower, which makes it the most powerful naked bike in the world, and I think in history. They call it the fastest naked bike, but I don't know how they could claim that unless they have like quarter-mile figures, or you know, what is the fastest, highest top speed, best acceleration, you know. So whatever, I mean, it's an Italian company. I'm Italian, I have a habit of doing that stuff too. But listen to these statistics, guys. 4-cylinder, as I mentioned, 998cc, 208 horsepower. They say it will do over 300 kilometers, which is over 186 miles per hour. 186 kilograms dry weight, which is 410 pounds. With a tank of gas, you're probably looking at 440, 450 pounds, something like that. And then, of course, the 208 horsepower, and starting price at 29,990 euros. So I don't know if that's going to be the same for American dollars, but usually they are. When I see Ducati put pricing up there in euros, usually it's the same in the American dollars as well, which is lucky for us because it should be a little bit more, a couple thousand more. But I honestly, guys, so this year is kind of like the year of the hyper naked. I showed you guys a couple of them at the Motors Long Beach show. You know, you've got the Kawasaki ZH2, you have the Ducati Street Fighter V4, you have the updated KTM Super Duke 1290R, the Tuono, of course, is always in the running, you know, the MT10. It seems like companies are realizing that there's like a big market for these naked bikes, and in my opinion, this new Brutale 1000RR is the best looking naked bike available, period. It's so stunning. So as I mentioned, they took that 4-cylinder motor from the F4, and they basically added all kinds of upgrades to it. So titanium connecting rods, it's got counter-rotating crankshaft, and all kinds of a host. The whole clutch assembly was upgraded. It's got titanium rotor, I don't know, all kinds of weird rotary rotating shaft or something like that. I don't know. I don't understand all the specifics of this stuff. You can go on their website and read about it, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. But it also has winglets, which is super cool. Get this, guys. So the headlight is actually dynamic. So when you go around turns, it'll actually angle to aim around the turn with you. And I think it's the best looking headlight on any naked bike I've ever seen. Which also brings me to the dashboard. The dashboard is absolutely insane. It's all new. It's a TFT dash from MV Agusta. They're using it on this bike, and I believe they're super veloce. But basically, listen to all these electronics that it has. So it's a full ride-by-wire multi-map system. It has an IMU inertial platform, which manages traction control. It's got 8 different settings. Also an option to deactivate it, which is dope. It has a front lift control system with active and non-active options. And then of course it has that full 2nd generation TFT dashboard. I think it's the best looking dashboard I've seen on any motorcycle, and I really like where they put it. So one of the things that when you're doing a naked bike, where you put things and how they're designed becomes very important to the bike's overall aesthetics. And I really like when motorcycles carry that line down the gas tank and it kind of goes straight and flat. So the handlebars are in line with it, the dashboard's in line with it, and that's, in my opinion, one of the things Ducati screwed up with their Street Fighter. The handlebars are up and a little bit too high, the mirrors come up too high, and it just creates a broken line. If you look at like Lamborghini, for example, the way that their cars have that one single line from basically from the beginning of the car all the way to the end, it creates this beautiful flowing line, and that's something that as human beings we find that attractive. And so with motorcycles, you want that too, the least amount of things hanging off of them, the least amount of things protruding up from that gas tank, from the tail. You just want like a nice flowing line. That's what creates beauty. And MV has a way of doing this that is really unparalleled, and especially lately with these hyper nakeds that they've been building, they're freaking incredible. Like, I really want to ride one of these. So this is basically top of my list for my next personal bike. But I just, it's hard for me to spend 30 grand without riding it or seeing it in person. I think orders start on these in December. You can place your order. I would like to see one, I think maybe in person. The problem is it's a production bike, right? But MV, they're all hand built. They don't have a lot of production. So, I mean, there might only be a couple thousand of these each year, I guess, but still, they might be hard to get. So, and then, I mean, the other thing I worry about with MV Agustas is just the dealer network is pretty small. I'm lucky I have one about an hour away down in Thousand Oaks that I can go to. And also my Ducati dealer can work on MVs for me, so that's cool. The only thing I really worry about is just getting parts. Sometimes it can take a little while to get parts from them since they're not as big of a company. But yeah, some of the other statistics of the bike, it does have the full Öhlins electronically controlled suspension. Like I said, it has all the rider aids. It has all the power that you could ever want, and it's just put together so beautifully. It has the Brembo Salima brake system. It has Brembo master cylinders. The seat looks incredible. Like, just the exhaust, I think SC Project will do an exhaust similar to what they did for the Serie Oro, which will just look incredible. I would throw a set of carbon wheels on this thing, maybe do like a fender cleanup, and like that's pretty much all you need to do. The bike's gorgeous. I think you can get clear clutches for these things, but it's in my opinion, one of the most stunning motorcycles ever produced. And I really, really want to ride one. And that engine is like as close as you can get to sounding like a MotoGP or like an F1 Ferrari. It sounds so insane. I haven't had much experience with one, so I just worry a little bit about the reliability and stuff like that, and the availability of parts and things like that. But let me know what you guys think of this bike in the comment section below. Another thing I wanted to clarify, because people were getting a little confused about all these hyper nakeds, there's also a new one that came out called the Rush 1000 Brutale. That's just basically the Brutale 1000RR with some different features, like a different headlight, the carbon wheel covers, and some other bits and bobs here, but it's all based around that S1, it's all based around the 1000RR Brutale platform, and then you have the Serie Oro, the gold standard version, and then you have the Rush, which is kind of like a step to the side. I think it's like 35,000, 37,000, something like that. Not as much as the Series Oro, but yeah, I mean, I think it could be the best the best naked bike available, depending on how it actually rides. So I really want to have a chance to try this thing out. It looks absolutely stunning. It comes in gray and in red. I would probably get the gray. If the red was matte red, I might buy the red. But yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to order one or just wait until there's one available in the store so I can see it in person first. I would love to be able to test drive it ultimately, but I think I have a pretty good idea of how it's going to ride. With all of those electronics, the counter-rotating crankshaft, the power, the winglets, the dashboard, I mean, I think it's going to be incredible. Up and down, auto blipper, quick shifter, the brake system, the looks. I mean, I don't see how it could be a bad bike. But again, it's just, you always want to try bikes out if you can. So yeah, there you go, guys. That's the new MV Brutale 1000RR, the Series Oro and the Rush. Kind of like my first initial thoughts and feelings. Really bummed I didn't get to see it in person at the Long Beach Motorcycle Show, but I think it could be one of the best naked bikes ever built. So I really want to try one out. Let me know if you guys think I should buy one, or if I should wait and hold off, or if there's another naked bike you think I should buy. I'm already gonna do a build on the Street Fighter Ducati, so it doesn't make sense to buy another one. Just that would be too much content on the same bike. So I do want to get something for myself. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Wanted to share this with you guys. If you guys enjoy videos like this, me kind of doing like first take overviews of bikes, let me know, because I would love to do more of these. I can kind of just chill in my house, chat with you guys about motorcycles, and bring some more different flavors to the channel. Of course, we got Christina's new bike coming. I've got a new build series bike arriving today, and we also have our C8 Corvette coming. So the channel is going to be a lot more varied than it has been. So we've just been waiting to make some moves, and I'm just really excited. So thank you guys so much for being subscribed, for hitting that like button. Welcome Oro to the family. Desmo's hiding somewhere, I don't know where he is, but you guys will see them in the videos as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.